Hello and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are here broadcasting live on Facebook from the law office of attorney Rhoda Yabez Alvarez. Today is an exciting episode because we are talking about bridging the gap in long distance relationships. A very special episode indeed, as we talk about a love story together with Ronnie and Kwa. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us is attorney Rhoda Yabez Alvarez, who is an attorney with 25 years of experience in family law, as well as U.S. immigration law, business law, and Philippine law. She is licensed to practice in Hawaii, New York, and the Philippines. She obtained her AB in political science and her JD from the Ateneo de Manila University in the Philippines, and her master's in commercial law from the University of London in the UK. Joining us live from Hawaii, ladies and gentlemen, we have attorney Rhoda Yabez Alvarez.
Hi, G.
Hello, everybody. I am broadcasting from Los Angeles, California. How are you in Hawaii, attorney?
Aloha and mabuhay from Hawaii, G. Good to see you again.
Nice to see you. It's been the coronavirus for I don't know how many months. How is it in Hawaii?
Well, things are opening up, and people have been safe distancing, and they've been very good at it. But people sometimes need a good dose of good news, and we hope that through our broadcast we are able to share wonderful stories to keep our audience and our kababayans upbeat and hopeful during this challenging time.
Attorney, you said it so aptly. We really need some good stories right now because from what I understand, I've been dying to go to Hawaii, but because of the current orders to quarantine, we can't do that at this time, right? So I'd love to hear about this Hawaiian love story. And because it's such an important time in our history with everything that's going on, we can't fail to celebrate that it is still June, which means what?
Pride Month.
Absolutely. I am a staunch LGBTQ ally. I love that community. Sometimes I feel I'm a gay man trapped in a woman's body, but that's between you and me. But attorney, please share with us our special guests for today.
Okay, G. So, one of the good things about being an attorney is being part of people's love stories. And I'd like to share with you and our audience a love story that I've been part of. Let me introduce to you this loving, wonderful, and beautiful couple. Okay? So Ronnie and Kwa are a dynamic husband and husband duo. They travel the world as luxury travel consultants and social media content creators. They travel the world collaborating and reviewing some of the best and luxury hotels. And their love for photography, as seen from the pictures, has also led them to creating moments for families, such as maternity shoots and prenup shoots and family shoots. When they're not traveling, they enjoy staying healthy and fit together through competitive obstacle course racing. Let me present to you G, Ronnie, and Kwa.
All right, but before we meet them, I'd love to share with everybody this beautiful video, attorney, because when I saw it, I fell in love with them already. So let's take a look at this beautiful video so you get to know them a little bit more and you see their personality in action, okay? So attorney, let's watch this with Ronnie and Kwa.
waist. Come on, honey. Oh my goodness, Kukuwai. Now that you are in my arms, Eulala Eho, darling, Himau me oi.
Attorney, I can't wait to meet them.
Yeah, gee, that was a really nice video. What's special about it too? Look at those empty beaches. Okay, it really shows that it was shot during the pandemic. You will never have those empty beaches in Hawaii. Anyway, I'm so happy that Ronnie and Koa are able to join us today. Gee, so can we bring them in?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Aloha.
I'm so happy to meet you. That video was so beautifully shot. Did you have a big crew? Who made this? Because you both look so good.
No, actually, we did that ourselves. We learned the dance in about a week, and a friend of mine is a kumuhula, a teacher of hula, and we practiced all week. And actually, he shot it for us, and he was the only one there.
Yeah,
You look great.
Thank you.
thank you.
Well, before we forget, happy Pride. I'm so happy that we are able to share your love story today. Attorney?
So much. Thank you. Happy Pride to you too.
Happy Pride.
Okay. So, Ronnie and Kwa, I'm gonna ask you some questions. Okay. So, today's episode is about bridging long distance relationships. So, your love story started out as a long distance relationship, but before that, how did you meet?
Well, it was very 20, 20 the era of internet basically, and surprising enough, we met on Instagram. Simple as that. But it was a very simple hello. Your photo's nice. A comment that I took upon myself. At that time, I didn't know who he was, but it was a simple, just a simple compliment that I gave to him, and it kind of went from there.
Yeah, he sent me a message, and then he said that he from Hawaii, and then after that, for like 2 or 4 months, I have a plan to travel to Hawaii with my friends. So that's why I sent him a message back and asked him like, where should I stay, where should I go, so and maybe we can meet up or something, and then that's why I started.
Yeah, it kind of just became a vacation for Kwa. We met actually in Waikiki the day he arrived, and we were kind of just friends, getting to know each other.
Kwa, where were you based before you came to the US?
Before I live in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam.
I heard from Ronnie that you're a national celebrity in Vietnam.
Kind of.
Okay. So
Yeah.
did Ronnie know that?
Yeah, I think he knew that.
I knew a
When-
little bit of it, but
yeah.
not to the extent that Kwa was an actor. He starred in the first actual gay, I guess, indie film in Vietnam, and in Vietnam, it's people don't really,
Often.
yeah, people
about it.
aren't open about that.
It's like the first gay movie in Vietnam.
Yeah, and from there, you tell him you were.
And then from there I start singing and dancing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you were saying that you first visited Ronnie. Then Ronnie, did you get a chance to check out Kwa in his hometown?
Yeah, actually, I think after about 3 or 4 months after he left Hawaii, we made plans for me to go and visit. Again, as friends, we at that time we had no type of secured relationship. So yeah, I headed down to Vietnam and went for a few weeks to go and hang out with him and just see how he lived and what his family was like, and that's kind of where our love story actually started.
Did you see his billboards in Vietnam?
Actually, yeah, I did. It was funny. We would be riding in the taxi, and I would be like, "Is that you? Is that you up there?" And
Everyone
he,
looks like Kwa.
no, actually, a lot of people don't look like Kwa.
It was Kwa.
He's very, his look is one of a kind, so he stands out.
Thank
So,
you.
but
Okay,
yeah.
so can you share with our audience how it feels to be in a long distance relationship?
I think it's kind of part of the beginning because like actually we didn't have any like um, expectation. Like we just like we don't think that we gonna last long, but we just try and talk with each other and send messages with each other every day, and then I think if we have a strong love or the strong trust in each other, we can make it happen.
Yeah, it definitely took a lot of communication and trust over that period of time when we were distant. But I think we overcame that again by being honest with each other and letting each other know how we feel, and but the main thing was trust.
Okay, so from the pictures that G flashed a while ago, we see that you love traveling together, and I guess that's the time that you spend together. But what made you finally decide to settle down in one geographic area?
Mm. Um, well, one is expense, basically. It is quite expensive to fly back and forth, uh, and it's honestly it's just a lot of money, But we knew our love was strong, and we knew we had to make a decision. However, we didn't actually make that decision until Kwa came to visit again months, almost a year later. Yeah,
Yeah.
almost a year later that we decided to get married and make that decision to live in Hawaii. But basically, time, money.
Yeah, I think was like a good time for us. Like we bought up like in our 30 and we kind of want to settle down and make a
Yeah.
family.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were. What I tell a lot of people is that we were on the same page,
Yeah.
and I think that's what it is for gay or straight relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Is that you need to be on the same page, and I think where we were part of our lives during that time, it was the right decision.
If it were 3 years or 4 years earlier, we didn't think
Probably
about
wouldn't
it.
have made that kind of decision.
Yeah.
Okay, so sometimes I ask my clients this: does being in a long distance relationship make you decide to be together or not to be together? Does it give you impetus, or does it give you that tipping point to make you decide? Just because you are so far away from each other that you want to be together, does that help? That factor that you are in an LDR make you decide that this is the right person for me, or I'm gonna take a leap of faith with this person.
Yeah, I think you put it right there. It was definitely a leap of faith. I mean, like, you don't just wake up and say, you know what, let's get married. I mean, it's again like what we talked about before this was trust. We definitely had to have trust within each other, communication. So there was a lot of factors that went into deciding to get married, even though we only knew each other for such a short period of time. But yeah, that's kind of how we got to where we were.
Okay, so gentlemen, what made you decide to get legal help, and what made you decide to work with our office?
Well, actually, I should answer that question because
Yeah.
I was the one who at that time I live here in Hawaii. So finding someone for personally for myself, because I was trying to bring in my husband to Hawaii. So that fell on my shoulders, which was totally okay. But for myself, I needed to find somebody who, one, I could trust, I could talk to, without being felt like I was being judged. So through great references, I was referred to you, attorney, and that's how I knew that I wanted to work with somebody like you.
And that's so lucky that we found you.
Oh, I'm so happy to be part of your love story.
Yes.
But, going through the immigration process, did you face any problems? And if so, how did you overcome it?
Mhm. Do you think we faced any issues or
No,
problems?
not.
No, I think our process was pretty straightforward. We were pretty organized. We made sure we took great records. Everything that was asked of us by you, and we didn't. I don't feel like we had any issues.
It just took a lot of work and time to prepare, and we're so lucky that we have your help to save us a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're organized and you have everything that you need, I think the process would run more smoothly.
Okay, so how do you feel now that you're finally living together as husband and husband and living in the US as a married couple? How does that make you feel?
Mm, of course, we're happy.
Very.
Yeah, very. And then we have like more chance to travel together and do our hobby together, like we always wanted to do.
Yeah, our commonality is that we love to travel, and being in Hawaii and living in Hawaii, there's no better place to come home to. But like Kwa said, we are a little bit more free to travel and and do things that we always wanted to do, but together.
Okay, what do you want to share with our audience regarding long distance relationships and creating their own love stories?
That's a good question. I think it's different for everybody, but I think the common tie is love, and I think if you really
Have to be on the same page.
yeah, and we get that a lot. People always ask us the same question, and getting back to what I said before is that you definitely have to be on the same page, and you have to be very communicative with each other. You have to create goals, make sure that you guys are on the same page, and I feel like when that does occur, happiness is in the end.
Well, I like that you're on the same page. And does this mean you're creating a book together with all those lovely pictures?
Yeah, we actually have a lot of projects like coming in the futures, which is what we really like to do, what we really interested to do in it.
Yeah. Like Kwa said, we do have a lot of projects. One of the things that our followers enjoy is our content. We have planned a book about our love story, which is coming out soon, hopefully. We have our own clothing line, possibly coming out soon.
Wow.
We have a photo book, photo book, no story, but what our forte is photos, and Kwa's the creator of what we do, and that's one of his projects he would like to do. So yeah, we have a lot coming up. We like it to keep it secret, but that's kind of things.
I'll keep it secret.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kwa and Ronnie, I'm really inspired by your love story, and also more so because you want to share it and you're proud. And so I hope that our audience enjoyed your sharing. And G, can we have you back? Can you join us,
Hi,
please?
Chi.
Did you
Hello.
enjoy that story, G?
It was beautiful. Ronnie and Kwa, thank you so much for sharing, for being open to share. It really shows that when love is at the center of a relationship, you can overcome anything that comes your way. So happy Pride, more
Thank
love,
you.
love, love, and success to both of you. Gorgeous, good-looking couple.
Oh, too kind. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having
And
us.
thank you for allowing us to share our story, and hopefully that would inspire others to do the same.
Wonderful. I can't wait to meet you in person when I come visit
Yes.
Hawaii. And
Yep.
please, when this is all over, come visit Los Angeles.
Absolutely. We love Los Angeles. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kwan, Ronnie.
Thank you
Thank
very much for having
you.
us.
Wow, attorney. You have such amazing clients. They were so open to share their love story. That's so
Thank you.
inspiring.
Thank you, G, for giving us this platform to share good news to our kababayans and to our audience out there. At this time, we really need a good dose of feel-good stories, and I'm just happy to be able to share with you.
So I think this is the time where if people are watching, they should ask questions. Right? So if you're watching, please ask us questions in the comment box below. And attorney, for the people that are looking to consult with you, how can they do this?
Oh, G, so we have offices in Honolulu and soon opening in Waipahu. So our Honolulu office is located in 905 Umi Street. And the office in Waipahu will announce when we can open, yeah, because there's a delay in the delivery of furnitures because of the pandemic. But yeah, we're happy to be in the middle of the Filipino community in Hawaii. They can call us, G, at 808-589-7380. That's 808-589-7380. Or email us at rmyalvarez@philamlaw.com.
So, attorney, before we go, I would like to ask some questions, if that's okay. How has the coronavirus affected the court system in Hawaii? Is everything on pause at the moment, especially your other clients that are waiting to hear back from the legal system about their immigration or, family law? What is the current state of the court system in Hawaii?
Thank you for that question, G. In the orders that came out in Hawaii, legal services were actually defined, included in the definition of essential services. So para kaming frontliners. In fact, the court system and all government agencies, they did not close down. They kept working and churning government services all this time. The same with USCIS. They were working in their offices, although they limited or they did not allow in-office services during the first 3 months. Now they're slowly reopening. But one thing that was really good that happened as a result of the pandemic is the court system and the administrative government agencies were all open to using technology and the phone to deliver legal services. So we did not stop. Court hearings were done through WebEx here in the Hawaii family court system, and some by phone for those who don't have computers. So for whatever it is that your level is this, sa phone, or if you're computer savvy, then the court adjusts to how you can participate. That way, there was no, hindi nagkaroon ng humpay sa pagtatrabaho at deliver ng government service or justisya ang korte. So for all of those who worked on their cases, When you already have a problem and it's compounded by a pandemic, then all the more that you have to have the right focus so you don't miss that chance to appear in court. So that's a good news, G, that I can also share.
Okay, so it looks like we have a question. How long
Oh,
are immigration processes due to the pandemic? By Erna
okay.
Joy Veloso, she asks.
Thank you, Erna, for your question. So, it depends. Um, it depends kung ano yung legal service that you wanted from immigration. So, for example, for naturalizations, those whose oath taking were postponed, they're now being scheduled. So oath takings for citizenships are now being conducted, but instead of having a full room of new citizens, they're limiting it to a certain number of people so that we can still comply with the safe distancing requirement. For all the other services that require in-office interviews, they're also being held already, although they stopped for the past 3 months. So to keep safe, the field offices, to include the Honolulu field office, was not receiving in-office interviews, but they were working on cases that could be adjudicated without interviews. So in that sense, yung backlog nila medyo umandar at naasikaso nila because before they were busy doing interviews at the same time reading applications, so they were able to actually concentrate on the applications. So it depends on what service. So that's the good news. In other words, they didn't stop working. They just had to work on what they could work on without physical contact.
That's really great news indeed. Now, I know because of this administration, there are a lot of changes when it comes to, I hear it on the news all the time, attorney. How does this affect people that are looking to naturalize? Because I heard on the news the other day that, they were saying that now all green cards will not be processed.
Right.
How true is this?
So G, there's so many different kinds of immigration services kasi. So President Trump issued some statements that some of the non-immigrant visas will be halted. At the time that he announced it, he said 60 days, but that has already passed. So wala pa namang kasunod na sinabi, although we can expect some delays on the processing of visas because the embassies are closed. So for example, the US Embassy in Manila has just announced that all interviews up to July 31st have to be rescheduled after that date. They announced that, but wala pang masyadong interview dates na available, even if they announced that they already opened for interviews. So that's true. There are many immigration services that are delayed. Also, because Manila still has the ECQ and GQ or Enhanced Community Quarantine previously in place, and the GQ or the General Community Quarantine in place. So yung movement ng mga tao to go to the embassies for actual interviews, it's really restricted, not by President Trump only, but also because of the countries where the people are coming from. They have their own quarantine rules. So you put all of this together, there will be a resultant delay. So we just have to understand that there is a delay, but there is a delay for good reason. But we shouldn't be part of the delay. So once it opens up or once it becomes available, we should just make sure that we are first in line so that when we reopen, you're actually there.
Attorney, I know that you don't just do immigration law, right? You do a lot of different kinds of law. What are those services that you can offer our kababayans? And I also know that you speak Ilocano as well as Tagalog. So a lot of people are able to communicate with you, right?
Yes, G. So, here in Hawaii, we have a very vibrant Filipino community. And, they say that 25% of entire population consists of Filipinos. Out of that, I think 25% 75% come from the northern Ilocano-speaking region. So, kamusta kay amin, Apo? How are you, everyone? Mabuhay po kayo. So, we're able to serve our kababayans, Chi, by being able to speak Tagalog and Ilocano, as well as English, kasi I don't know the other dialects. So, when that happens, we have to shift to English, yeah? Especially pagka they're coming from, they've been here for a long time, and also if they're coming from Visayas or Mindanao. And yeah, it just helps if you speak the same language because there's that connection. So I'm happy that we're able to reach our audience through broadcast streaming, and hopefully people will not be shy about taking care of their problems, especially in the time of the pandemic, because there is already a problem, and if we don't address the legal side effects of the pandemic, I think there will be complications, legal complications, and baka ma-compound pa yung problem pagka napabayaan because you think that everything is at a standstill because of the pandemic, the lockdown, the quarantine, but the reality is things are moving. There's deadlines that need to be met. There's problems that need to be addressed. So the proper solution really matters, and yung timing.
Attorney, you're so knowledgeable when it comes to all these legal matters, and you're such a blessing to the community. I just want to say thank you so much for sharing your expertise and your knowledge so freely with people and using this platform because it's free. Sometimes, when there are barriers to information, it's hard for our community. So the fact that you're offering this is a testament to your dedication to your community in Hawaii, and not only in Hawaii, in the Philippines too. So maraming salamat, Attorney Rhoda, and also for sharing the beautiful love story of Kwa and of Ronnie today.
Salamat, G, for joining us all the way from Los Angeles and for keeping Hawaii always close to your heart. Maraming salamat po. Diyos te gina, puti panagdengeg.